Heard they wanna stop the party. Well, tell them we gon' party. Few shots got a honey. The way that she move got me on it. They ain't stopping no party. She rockin' that body. They ain't stopping no party. Shot, we gon' double shot it. Couldn't wait.
Hi, welcome to Dr. Tranquility Talks Conscious Dating and Relationships of All Kinds. We are so honored and blessed to bring you another amazing show tonight. And this one is just incredible. We have Kat James on. She's a transformational expert. She makes changes in people's lives like you won't believe. And she's going to tell us about herself and all of her work. We also have Anne Tring is her name, but she goes by Pennywise Traveler, and she's going to come on and tell us about all kinds of deals you can get at Whole Foods and Airbnb so you can make your Valentines a success. So between the two of them, we have you all set up for tonight. And we are going to be right back with the lovely and talented Kat James. At LFTD Infused Teas, found on Facebook and Instagram. Lifted Infused Teas are amazing. They are created with premium alcohol and cannabis, so you don't have that groggy, hungover feeling the next day. You know what I'm talking about. They come in an array of exotic flavors. 6 with premium alcohol and 6 alcohol-free. Among my favorites are the mango peach and one that was created with me in mind, Tranquility. That is at LFTD Infused Teas on Facebook and Instagram. I've got my Tranquility. Have you got yours?
Would you like to find balance between your personal power and harmonious relationships? How would it feel if you can exert your will in partnership without exerting too much authority and finding an effective balance that works? A chakra recharge can help you do just that. Whether it's before a first date, an existing relationship, or a work relationship that needs an infusion of positive energy, visit kellyraycoaching.com. Kelly, Kellie, Ray, Rae, coaching.com. Just click contact on the website to schedule this $25 mini distant Reiki session with Reiki Master Kelly Ray for a better you.
Managing your mind to create better and different results in your life. There are 5 branches of my Blue Tree coaching model. They are mindfulness, clarity, compassion, action, and achievement. And each one of these are essential ingredients to your growth, whether you are looking to grow in a personal, physical, relationship, financial, professional way. The Blue Tree coaching model can get you where you're looking to go. I work with people in a couple of ways. I work with clients one-on-one, and I am also really excited to announce that I am offering a small group coaching program starting the 2nd week of January. It is called In It to Win It 2021, and together we are going to learn, grow, and thrive. I don't know about you all, but I am ready for a new year. Hope to see you there.
I just feel it. You keep me moving. You keep me moving. Hi, I am Dr. And we're back.
I'm doing this all by myself tonight, guys. You got to bear with me. We will soon be with engineers very soon. It's very exciting. But in the meantime, I'm doing it all, girls and guys. And I've got tablets and phones and pads and just all sorts of stuff going on. So we're going to bring her in right now. Kat James is a transformational expert. She's a Sirius XM host. She's a best-selling author. It just doesn't stop with this lady. She's amazing. And here she is. I'm going to let her introduce herself to you because she will do it a whole lot better than I will. Hi,
Great to be here, Dr. Tranquility. It is awesome to finally be a part of this great show of yours. At about 12 or 13, puberty hit for me, and my real story began because I started to have an eating disorder, and it kind of got worse and worse until I was 24, and I was really starting to lose my life at that point. And I wish someone had told me at a young age, it's everything at puberty to look good and to, you have your interest in boys starting. And when your body rebels and you think it's all because of a lack of self-discipline, or that you're just being just having no discipline, and that you're just something's wrong with you. Well, something is, but it's not as emotional as we think. There's so much biochemistry, and right now young people and most people are doing more to kind of set up this bad biochemistry with our lifestyles right now, particularly during these times with this thing going on. We are more vulnerable to burning out the reward system that very few people talk about or hear about, but it's what makes us, when we don't quite get the response that we want, it makes us want to maybe reach for alcohol or weed or food. And also we go into withdrawal when we don't have kind of a little bit of a regular incoming approval, and likes and things like that. But the same biochemistry that is rewarded when we do that, or even abused, can also affect our whole social life and dating life, and in fact our personality.
Yes. And how do you find, or have you found that since COVID, you've had a lot of people doing that, like medicating through food?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Even people who never did it before. And, you can't blame people for searching for some kind of good news and comfort, and, a little bit of elation here and there, because we get that from people. We get that from face-to-face communication. Thank God we have technology during this, so I get to see your lovely face, and everyone gets to see their friends. Thank you. And but it's very difficult right now, more than it ever has. And so a lot of people, the rate of all sorts of mental disorders and suicides, and even a different way of being. I mean, a constant fight or flight biochemistry they sometimes call hypervigilance, anxiety, and this is biochemical once again. And so once again, when you get to this point where you're not sleeping, you're not able to sleep well without, checking in with social media, etc. Obviously, it's not good for you. But the answer is not just self-discipline. There are things that we can do, and even what we choose to put in our mouths, even if we want, a treat or to reward ourselves, if we choose wisely, then we're not going to make things worse. But most things, unfortunately, are going to burn out this reward system in your brain, and make things worse.
Right. What is something that you can recommend to people that you recommend that they try? I know you have a lot of recipes. You have a protocol.
Yeah.
So how do you suggest people get started? That's
So I wrote a book, and the book is not, the whole of my program, because I help people harness a little known hormone that's already in their body that's not working. And once you harness that hormone, you're calmer, your skin changes, you are literally more confident and relaxed, and it's amazing, and that's called leptin. You don't buy it, you don't take it, Leptin. My book was an introduction. It doesn't get people all the way, to that. And I just want to tell people, this is my book, The Truth About Beauty.
It's a fantastic read and a great resource.
Thank you. And it is what's really good about it, that some people may not be ready to go all the way with the kind of overhaul that literally is involved if you want to get all the way to leptin sensitivity, just the way that you would get back to insulin sensitivity. Right. And we lose leptin sensitivity before we lose insulin sensitivity. But steps are what I share in my book. It doesn't get you all the way flipped into, by the way, a fat burning machine if you want to go all the way. So if you have put on weight, that is the way to do it without any more willpower, because it's not easy to have willpower, again, when you don't have our whole lives are not our own right now. And so if I wasn't in this biochemical state that luckily I discovered on my own like 30 years ago, I would not have ever been able to maintain willpower. And I would never have been able to keep making the right choices almost effortlessly, just with planning. But my book will at least turn around these myths, because it's not about calories. It's not about avoiding fat. That's what makes you sane and healthy and fertile. It's not about avoiding that. It's about your hormonal response to food. And if you keep on eating things that spike your blood sugar, it's going to literally make you bounce off the walls. You'll be way up, way down. You will be, you'll be in mood swing. And that is not going to bode well if you are lucky enough to find Mr. Right. You are not going to want to be that up and down person. So literally the biochemistry is underplayed, underspoken of, and has a dominating impact on your ability to be calm and your personality, frankly, and even your susceptibility to addiction, whether it's, again, to shopping or likes or some things that are more harmful. But my book, The Truth About Beauty, starts you with steps to take to upgrade. So to upgrade your beverage, for example, because if you are drinking sweet beverages, you can't get anywhere dietarily. You can't stop this biochemical roller coaster. You can't stop it. So you will remain among the people who, you're always with food or with social media hits and whatever, you're looking to spike yourself, to lift yourself up artificially. And what goes up in that way must come down. And so you want to get off of that roller coaster. And again, my book starts with the beverage, for example. You've got to make sure there's no blood sugar and thus insulin or leptin impact from the beverages you're choosing. You may even want to reconsider coffee. So coffee for many, is a drug. And for me, I had no idea. I was so majorly into coffee during this whole time that I had my eating disorder. And I thought, there's no calories and everything. But it's an entirely different type of energy as what you will have when you get off the roller coaster. When you're off the roller coaster, there's no up, down, and there's no in the back of your mind, when's my next fix? And it literally can take you out of a social situation. I remember being at a party with a bunch of people that I hadn't seen in 10 years and having to excuse myself for my fix, and that was pizza. And going home when I could have spent time with people I hadn't seen in ages, and choosing to go home and literally incapacitate, sedate myself with food. Wow. And so this is what gets you out of it. There are supplements. You want to upgrade your fruits, upgrade to at least to whole grain, and then consider, ditching grains altogether. You don't want to do starchy things.
That's a tough one too.
Yeah. And the thing is if you go all the way into having sensitivity to this hormone, it's going to get rid of that craving altogether.
Yeah. Well, I have to bring you back a bit. What was the impetus for your book?
My book was something I had to share because the first half of my life was prison. And way, way, way more people are in that prison right now than
I
ever
thought
have
you were
been
going to tell
in
me something
history.
new.
Yeah.
Like, really?
And so I had to write that book because it's ironically, I don't know if you were able to put up that photo. I texted you.
Sweetie, I'm not. It's
Okay.
on my cell phone.
Okay. So the irony is I look unrecognizable to my friends from high school. And at 24, my niece said, Aunt Kat, you look like you're 50. And I said, I'll never look like that, even when I'm 50, and I'm 55 now. And the thing is that no one would have known. If I hadn't written my book, this entire mechanism, which hadn't even been discovered by science, would not have ever been explained. And there you go.
Can you see it?
That's Lisa. But the one on top we don't see, that's another woman who was just transformed by this principle. But I've worked with thousands of people, with doctors around. There I am, 19 years old, and then that one is 30. And on my website, informedbeauty.com, there's Abby, amazing. She just recently transformed. Now, none of these are just weight. They're all everything. Her emotional health, her thyroid, and Lisa down on the bottom there, major IBS and Crohn's and digestive issues. So when you fix the right thing and you get yourself so that you're responding to what you eat and drink in a hormonally correct way, it fixes just about everything, not just your weight. And when you're actually healthier and not just having lost weight from, restricting calories, which is going to even take some of your muscle and possibly bone away. But if you get yourself responding to food in a hormonally correct way, then you are going to glow and you're going to have a change in your mindset and confidence.
Wow. And we are going to be right back. We're going to let the Lord Bread take us out. He can't stop the party. I love that song. And we're going to come back with Kat. We're going to find out some more information, like perhaps the impetus for her book, some of her background, and some more amazing things. And then coming up, of course, we have Camille Hayes with 212 Connections, and Lauren Michaels Harris on 5 pounds to pull that trigger on your goals, and the fabulous Angel Tren, who goes by the Pennywise Traveler, is here with us, and she's going to be coming up. So it is an action-packed show. Stay with us. I forgot where I was there for a second. I'm like, which window am I? So I have so much fun on this show. And I know you guys tell me all the time that you just love my personality because it's so real. I think that's a compliment. I'm going to take it as one. So we are back with the fabulous Kat James. She is a best-selling author. She's a transformational specialist. We just saw some of the work she's done and how many people have benefited from her work. She does workshops. We're going to get into that.
and talk with her a bit more. She's also a Sirius XM radio host. We like that. Hey, Kat, how are you?
Good, thanks. Good to
Good,
be here.
good. So, yes, tell us a bit about your workshops.
So, my total transformation programs I have been conducting around the world since
Literally.
1998. And just Iceland, Germany, Tuscany, Maui, the Caribbean, all over Europe. And it's a 5-day, pretty amazing thing because people are transforming in real time with me as they're learning the theory of regaining their sensitivity to many hormones, but namely and most uniquely the hormone leptin, Leptin. And you actually want lower leptin in your body, just like you want lower insulin in your body. We have young people becoming diabetic. And when you have these ups and downs and sugar crashes, you know you're on the road there and you have a head start genetically and can get that at a younger age than your parents. And so nipping that in the bud, this is why I work with people all ages, 7-year-old, 4-year-old, 9, 12. And it is incredible. And in younger people, they really get it. We've been led the wrong way, and the food industry, the medical industry leads us to the wrong choices. So whatever choices they're telling you to make out there for everybody, always think twice, because you really want to do just about the opposite. You don't want to be afraid of fat. You don't even want to be afraid of animal fat. No, it's not bad for the environment. Healthy grass-fed cows, actually one of the only things that can bring back the environment. Be sure to see Kiss the Ground and Sacred Cow documentaries so that you can undo any fear you have about properly raised animals and their impact on the environment. And they are incredible. We have an environment inside too. And you can feed the wrong bacteria and have more bad moods and a worse future, just with immunity and in this whole COVID thing. And so, you want that inner ecology to be beautiful as you are on the outside.
Ah, well, we do. And this is great coming up on Thanksgiving, because I hear the brains churning now. Everybody's thinking, oh, I've got to go get that book and I've got to find out more about this. And you can find more about Kat on Informed Beauty, informedbeauty.com. And you can also follow Kat on Instagram at Kat James Transformational. Tell me, Kat James I should know this. Kat James Transformational Expert.
Cool. And I'm a little hard to follow there. I don't post often because I am on the road doing these programs, live programs. Still, I've done 8 in Montana. This is literally a farm background, but I guess we can't see out that window. But it is just beautiful here, and things are a little different here. And so I adhere to the COVID restrictions, but it has not prevented these on-site programs. I also do online programs, and it's easier to afford for some people. And if that's not affordable, then starting with the book and making those changes, The Truth About Beauty, it's a very systematic upgrade of everything you're doing, including external stuff, because it stops you from making mistakes on the outside and using the wrong products as well. I came from mainstream beauty. I worked with celebrities, major celebrities, and it was ironic when I transformed myself beyond recognition. They just wanted me to talk about what color eyeshadow goes where. But that's my impetus for writing the book, is because the more transformed and camera ready I became, the less interested anyone seemed to be in what actually transformed me. And that's why I had to sit down for 7 years and have 40 pages of medical references to prove what was then an absolutely outlandish, there was probably no one before me who was really talking about how, hey, we're going the wrong direction. At the beginning of the fat-free era, you're totally going in the wrong direction. It's going to make you crazy. It almost took my life. And that was my impetus, is because no one was talking about it at that time.
Well, Kat James, we thank you for talking about it. Find Kat James on Informed. My glasses are like cockeyed. I give up. Find Kat James on
Informedbeauty.com. They look good on you whether they're crooked or not.
Thank you. And on Sirius XM, the Family Channel is that
131.
131.
Saturdays, noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. Yeah.
And the beautiful Cat James is going to tell you all about beauty inside out.
Absolutely.
So we thank you for being here, Cat James.
Thank you so much, Lydia. I appreciate it.
Okay, and we will be back. Bye, sweetie.
Bye.
We'll be back with Angel Tren. We're really excited to bring her up. She's got some amazing deals for you guys. You are going to love them. And it's going to be fun to chat with her. It always is. Both of these ladies, actually, as Erin Claire Jones and so many other people have been at the events that I throw for women. I give up. Very cost effective, wonderful events, and very fun. And hopefully when we open up again, you can come back and we can do it again. And just excited to bring them to you. So we will be right back in just a moment, and we're bringing up the Pennywise Traveler. Hello, darling. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. We have Angel Tren on. She's so smart. She's so smart, it'll make your teeth hurt. Well, we don't want our teeth to hurt, but she's really fabulous. And she knows all about discounts on the most amazing things, like how you can make purchases and play with your credit cards and still travel and get money back and have everything be fantastic. So we thought, heading into the Valentines season, and I like to call it a season because I start collecting now. Those of you who know, you know who you are. And I start shopping now also. So, and I love this time of year, and it's a great way to teach people how they can still, in this time of COVID, a time when people don't necessarily have as much money as they usually did. Even the people who have money don't have as much as they used to necessarily. So tell us all about your deals, because I know you've got some great ones.
Oh my gosh, hi. Thank you so much for bringing me on stage.
I love you. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
Good.
So I would say if you're planning a trip for Valentine's Day, what you would do is I actually have the American Express Gold Card. So today is actually the last day for American Express for the Gold Card to get the airline incidental fee. So you have $100 for that. Then for American Express, the Gold Card, you actually have $110 left for the remainder of the year. It's broken up by $10 per month for Uber.
Wow.
So you can use that for Uber Eats or Uber if you take a car somewhere. And then you also have $110 left for Grubhub. So for this card, it's $250, but because you offer so much credits, you actually get more value than what you pay for the credit card.
Wow. That's incredible.
And you also get 4 times at groceries and restaurants. So if you're planning like a romantic like restaurant somewhere, like you can use this to get 4 times the points. And because American Express, they have airline transfer programs and hotel transfer programs, you can transfer those points to book travel.
Wow. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that was a whole mouthful. I know.
It is. And what about Whole Foods? I know that you mentioned, you know, like if you're doing your romantic dinner at home for Valentine's Day or date night.
You get 4 times the points at grocery stores and restaurants. So Whole Foods is a grocery store. So if you were to buy your ingredients at Whole Foods, you get 4 times the points. So what's good about that is also at Whole Foods, they sell gift cards. So let's say like you wanted to rent an Airbnb for a romantic getaway. I would buy the gift card at Whole Foods because you get 4 times the points. Whole Foods also sells Uber gift cards as well. So you can use it also for Uber Eats there as well. So if this was me, I would buy gift cards at Airbnb through Whole Foods because I get 4 times the points, and also because you can go through the Delta portal to get Delta points or British Airways points. So you can actually stack the savings with the Airbnb gift card and to get points in the meantime for airlines.
Now, what do you think is really the best way to go? Because I know you mentioned a lot of cards, a lot of different cards. What are some of the, what's the best, well, you probably shouldn't do that, but what are some of the best cards to use when you're stacking?
Okay, so I have a lot actually. So it depends on your goals. So like if you're trying to go somewhere like on Airbnb, for example, you want to go to a place that sells gift cards, right? So Whole Foods is a good example because you get 4 times the points at American Express American Express Gold for 4 times the points at gift cards, which you can buy at Whole Foods. Another one, if you're not ready to invest in a travel credit card yet, is Chase Freedom Unlimited. So Chase Freedom Unlimited, you get 3 times the points at drugstores, which is like CVS and Walgreens. You can also buy gift cards at CVS and Walgreens for your travels. So if you want to fly Southwest, if you want to buy book an Airbnb, you can also buy the gift cards there. Eventually, when you get a higher end card like a Chase Sapphire Reserve, which I have, you can transfer those points from a Chase Freedom Unlimited card to your Chase Sapphire Reserve, so you can use those points for travel. So if you want to just build up points in the meantime, that Chase Freedom Unlimited card is still a good one to have.
Wow. Okay. Yay. That's good news. So
yeah, the Chase Freedom Unlimited, it's a good everyday card because it's 3 times at drugstores and 1.5 times the points at everything else. So like for me, I've been learning that you actually save a lot of money by going to Walgreens. So I never really looked into this until I started following the hashtag Walgreens deals, literally hashtag Walgreens deals. And I sort by most recent. A lot of the people, they post all the deals that they find on Walgreens. So the other day, literally, I got like I only paid like I think $2 or a dollar or two for mouthwash, toothpaste, and a toothbrush. So it's like you stack all the coupons there, and the coupons are actually in the Walgreens website. So when you book it through your phone or anything else to do store pickup, you literally just click the coupon in the app. So it's so easy to get the discounts.
That's fantastic. I'm still fixing these ridiculous glasses.
Oh no. Oh, no worries. Your glasses
I'm
are
looking
fine.
in the
They're
opposite
nice.
of what I'm seeing, so I'm using the wrong side.
Oh, it's all good.
This is so amazing that you do this, and I know that you have a really big following, and you've been on the Today Show talking about this. If you had to pick a deal for a romantic getaway, which of your deals would you pick?
So what I would do, okay, so I guess I would do this. I would on my Chase Freedom card right now, they have 5 times the points at also at gas stations. Depending on which, so what I would do is if I had to choose one card, because you told me to choose only one card, what I would do is use the Chase Freedom Unlimited card to go to CVS or Walgreens to buy an Airbnb gift card. Also use that gift card to also use that credit card to get 5 times the points at a gas station. So if you're driving on the way to a romantic getaway, you get 5 times the points on gas, because right now for the month of February, they have 5 times the points on gas. And you can use that Chase Freedom Unlimited card to get 3 times the points at a drugstore like CVS or Walgreens. So you can buy your gift cards there and combine those two to still save money. So if you're not ready to invest in a travel credit card like American Express Gold for $250, the Chase Freedom Unlimited credit card is a good one because it has no annual fee. And I think also for the first year or year and a half, you pay 0% interest. So like it's a good credit card to start with.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Angel Trin.
You're welcome.
You're wonderful. These are amazing tips. We have to have you back on again if you want to come on.
Yeah, I can come back and just let me know. I can come back anytime. But yeah, so like if you're ready to invest in a credit card, I would choose American Express Gold because I'm just doing a quick recap. I would do American Express Gold because you have those Amex offers that you have on there. It's 4 times the points at groceries and gas stations. And they have all those incidental credits. So like $110 for the remainder of the year for Uber, $110 remainder for Grubhub. And the last day for airline incidental fees is today. And then if you don't want to go that route yet because you're not ready to get a credit card yet for travel, I would do Chase Freedom Unlimited because you get 3 times the points at drugstores. And right now for the month of February, it's 5 times the points for gas.
Wow. Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
No worries.
This is good information. I'm going to be playing this back in my ear as I'm looking at my cards.
It's all good.
It's wonderful to see you, sweetie.
Nice to see you as well.
Take care.
You too.
And we will be right back with Camille Hayes and 212 Connection.
Heard they wanna stop the party.
Okay, and we are so excited. So we have Camille Hayes from 212 Connections. She's a girl on the go and in the know. And she is going to be chatting with us tonight all about. Hey, girl, you look beautiful.
Hello. It's good to see your face. It's been
Yours too.
insane.
I know.
So,
How are you? Are you standing out in the cold?
yes, I'm running around doing my work, and I got stuck in Soho, which is never a bad thing.
Never.
Yeah.
It's a good thing, actually.
Yeah.
So
So,
what
I
have
mean,
you?
what?
No, go ahead.
No, it's
Roving
been a
Camille.
while since we've talked. I'm
I
used to
know.
talking to you every day, but it's been really insane, and moving has been super hectic. And
Yes. Did you have a good
any
move?
I did, and then when I finally unpacked things and I wasn't in such a bad mood, I found MJ's contact. So, yeah,
Wonderful.
it was kind of funny. I was thinking a lot about the interactions I've had in the past versus this particular one, and I'm hopeful that my date tomorrow goes well.
Your
I'm
date?
receiving the attention that I deserve.
Sending good vibes.
Yes, no more soulmates and karmic relationships. I'm really trying to do my best to stay
Put in alignment.
focused.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's amazing.
I have to tell you the story of how we
Yeah.
met though really fast. We were in a very short summary. It was one of those instant connections where it was really super fiery. I was coming off of a breakup and I was walking by my old apartment having some thoughts and going back towards this really beautiful and then suddenly rough period of my life where I lost my dog and went through some trauma because I had
She
a lot of
found him. Don't
PTSD.
worry, guys. She found him. Go
But
ahead.
it's weird to find somebody that could be a trigger, though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Oh,
To
yeah.
certain
Of
events
course.
in your life,
Our
and
major losing your dog is a major trigger.
exactly. And I mean, New York gets kind of small, so um, anyways, I'm kind of asking what your opinion is of these relationships where you meet and you're all the way super fiery and really connected,
Mm-hmm.
and then versus those relationships, because that was who I just broke up with, was somebody that I had been friends with for years.
Right.
So you see the difference in going on a date with someone where you have instant butterflies and an instant connection.
Mm-hmm.
How do you What's your thought on the two
You
different
know,
types of relationships?
initially, it's oxytocin when we're around them. It's phenylethylamine when we're looking in their eyes. It's a whole lot of chemical. Some people will
Yes.
tell you love is just chemicals. I don't believe that. I believe it's chemicals and
No.
energy and emotion. Um, and it's interesting to see that since you guys are coming back together, I want to hear, that's my curiosity as a practitioner, but I want to hear how your date went because that's going to give me a lot of information.
Next week, girl, I got it for you. I can't wait to
Good.
fulfill all these juicy details.
Well, we can't
I
wait to see Camille
definitely,
on the run.
yeah,
A
exactly.
roving Camille, love reporter.
I mean, it was so weird how we met. I kind of caught him off the streets of New York, which is very bizarre
Well,
because
you're gorgeous, so he came up to you on the streets of New York. Let's keep it real.
you are, well, you are very kind. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, I mean, I'm sure you've
It's
had
only
the same
true.
thing happen to you,
A
but
couple times.
it's happened less often, so I feel like I'm a little bit more reserved and shy, and I'm trying not to. I'm trying to do a lot of yoga and meditation to clear my head from the last relationship because that kind of messed me up.
Yeah, don't carry that in. Let
It
that
is
go.
hard. It is so hard,
It
Dr.
is hard.
Tranquility. I mean, you know how much I cared about the last one,
Hmm.
and it's kind of weird because as soon as we broke up, I met this other guy, and he seems a little bit older, a little bit more mature, a little bit more understanding and knowing of relationships and where to give
I'm
their
so happy
attention.
for you.
Well, I
Really
mean, we'll
happy.
see.
Well, I'm happy now.
You never know.
If he's not good to you, I'm gonna kick his butt. But I'm happy, like right, like I don't even know how to fight, but but I'm happy for you, and you're
Yeah, I
gonna
mean,
have to stay tuned and follow Camille's love story.
yeah, I mean, exactly. I've been reading a ton about astrology and numerology. I have been, so I'm going to be featured on another podcast talking about astrologies and prediction with relationships with
Oh, great.
music and musicians. But
Uh-huh.
I mean, for me, it's kind of very exciting because I feel like I'm just completely stuck in the unknown right now. I don't
Yeah.
know his full name. We had an exceptional first date, like kind of sporadically.
Uh-huh.
Um, but I feel like I have a lot of reservations on my logical side. However, on my heart side and my intuition, I'm all for it,
Yeah.
100%. And
Yeah.
then on the logical side, I'm like, I don't really know his name.
Don't
I
be
know he's a
logical.
Gemini sun, but the rising and moon, people mess up all the time and they write people off left and right because their two sun signs don't match up. And I'm like, actually, there's
There's
such a
more to it.
difference.
Moon
And if
signs.
you're born after, I think, 3 p.m., they said that it actually matters the level of compatibility with your sun and then your moon. So you're more
Wow.
of a moon sign after your 3 p.m. So people don't
Uh-huh.
really know that.
I didn't know that. That's very fascinating. Thank you,
Yeah.
Camille.
I mean, I'm excited to date and explore this Gemini situation because the Aquarius that I've been dating has been a little absent-minded and the Libra was really manipulative emotionally. So we'll see.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Well,
I
you
mean, I'm
have a
sure you've
new
been
date
through
to look.
worse.
Yes. And you have a new date to look forward to, and we look forward to hearing all
Exactly.
about it. Okay,
Yeah.
sweetie. We love having you on. We'll see you next week, and we'll
Bye-bye.
talk soon. Take care.
Yes.
Bye, Camille.
Ciao.
That's Camille Hayes, 212 Love Connections, our roving reporter. Take care, sweet. Bye.
Bye.
And we are coming right up as we speak with Lauren Michaels Harris. And we adore Lauren Michaels Harris. He always has such great things to talk about. And I just had a little faux pas go on. A window popped up. That's always a good thing.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Lauren. And now
Hey,
Lauren popped up.
how
Now
are
we like
you?
that much better. How
Yes,
are you?
I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm doing wonderfully well.
You,
What's going
you,
on?
you scared me. You know, it's never a good thing when oh Comes right after your name.
No, you're not an OO.
Okay. Okay. So,
You're a
yeah,
guy.
happy to be here. You look great
Good.
as always.
So what you got for us today?
Well, today I thought we could talk about a little thing called reinventing blame.
I love that.
Yeah, I like it, and it's done wonders in my life and with a lot of lives, within a lot of lives of the people that I work with. So you just let me know when you want me to go, and we're going to pull the trigger on this one.
We're pulling the trigger right now, babe. I'll see you in a
Okay,
second.
here we go. 5 pounds of pressure. Today I'm going to give you 5 pounds of pressure to pull the trigger on how to not carry things that don't belong to you. And also it ties into how not to take the wrong approach to anything that happens within our lives. A lot of people invest lots and lots and lots and lots of energy into playing what is known as the blame game. The blame game is easy because it forces you to not look at yourself, but look at everything and everyone else as the problem. What I don't like about the blame game is that it doesn't allow me, doesn't allow any of us to actually track the dirty footprints that are tracked in on our white carpet of purpose. Does that make any sense? Bear with me. I'm going to clean it up for you. Get that dirty carpet, clean it up. So anyway, the thing about blame is it leaves us usually out of the equation. And everything starts and begins with us. Nothing is inside of our realm without first us offering an invitation for it to be there. So we have to start with ourselves. For instance, a lot of people dealing with trauma. I myself dealt with tons of trauma. 22 mothers in the foster care system from when I was a little kid until I was a teenager. In there, an entire string of all types of abusers. Abusers with sexual intentions, spiritual intentions, mental, all kinds of abuse. Okay. But the thing about it was, it took me 30 some years to realize I wasn't getting past any of those experiences because I kept pointing the finger at something other than myself. Now, you would say, Lauren, you didn't choose these things when you were a kid. No, I didn't. But as I became an adult, I did have the opportunity to choose how long I would carry something and in what manner. So reinventing blame is all about this. I'll use myself as an example. For decades, I blamed the words of my abusers, what they said to me to break my spirit, to keep me down, to ensure my silence. I blamed those things for a lot of things in my life. Never having a successful relationship. I wasn't meant to be with anyone. I'm ugly. I'm stupid. No one wants me. Repeating all the things that they had repeated to me. It wasn't until, and I said, I blame those guys. I blamed those abusers for this situation I now found myself in. It wasn't until I decided to reinvent blame. And I said, well, you know what? I'm going to blame those abusers for what they taught me that turned out to be a blessing further down the road of experience. What they did actually, all those decades that I wasn't hooking up, I didn't like to go to bars. I thought that's the only place to go to meet a mate. And as a gay male, they literally saved my life. During decades when men of the same persuasion, my counterparts, were dying at an alarming rate simply for looking for love in all the wrong places. My abusers kept me alive because they had taught me patience. They didn't know it. I didn't know it. I didn't know it until the moment I looked up and my everything was standing before me. What I thought was going to be a simple cup of coffee ended up being the union of an eternity. And I'm married almost 5 years now because of that, as a result of that. I decided to blame them for keeping me alive, the broken system known as the foster system. I didn't blame them after I had this realization. I stopped blaming them for anything that was missing in my life. I don't have family this, I don't have that. But I blamed them for giving me a voice that took me to Congress to speak on foster care reform 40 years after the fact. Look for something in every situation that you have control of. When we point the finger at things outside of ourselves, we give up all of the lesson power, all of the learning and teaching moments that are intended for us. You will never find yourself in any situation unless you're meant to be there. So start with yourself, go through everything else, get through everything else, and you'll be standing right in front of yourself, but a new and improved version. That's the benefit of pulling the 5 pounds of pressure and pulling the trigger on reinventing blame. That's
You're
what
amazing.
I've got.
You're amazing. We love having Lauren on.
Thank you, and I love being here.
Thank you, darling.
You're welcome. I hope that helps somebody.
Oh, it helped me. Kidding? It's all good. Everything helps everyone at some point, whether they
Amen.
realize it in that moment or not. They're helped.
That's right.
So we will see you in 2 weeks.
I'll see you in 2 weeks. God bless. Be good, everybody. Be
God
safe.
bless.
Okay.
And that was Lauren Michaels Harris. He 5 pounds to pull the trigger on your love goals. We also heard from the beautiful Camille Hayes, who came on to tell us about her latest love journey. We heard from Angel Trinh, the Pennywise Traveler, and you can find her at the Pennywise Traveler on Instagram. I believe she's on Facebook as well. And that again is Angel Trinh, Pennywise at Pennywise Traveler on Facebook. You can find Cat James at Cat James Transformational Expert on Facebook. And you can find me. Where can you find me? People always can find me. You can find me. I'm Dr. Tranquility. Just Google me. You'll find me everywhere. So I am on Facebook as Dr. Tranquility Lydia. I have both Date Therapy, which is my protocol pages, and DrTranquility.com pages on Facebook. I also have Date Therapy and Dr. Tranquility Lydia pages on Instagram, and I'm Dr. Tranquility on Clubhouse. So I look forward to seeing you. Before we go, make sure you follow me, and I'll follow you back. So I handle all my own emails, all my own show guests. I know a lot of people are surprised. I do it all myself. So please feel free and comfortable reaching out to me. I will get back to you. May not be instantly. It usually is, though. I try to stay on top of things. And I just want to take you through a breathing exercise for those of you who need it. Next week, we're going to do something. I got a surprise about your 5 fingers and what you can do to get out of different types of stress and anxiety on a date, and no one will even know what you're doing. Right now, we're going to do an exercise. You know this one. Come on. We're going to close off our right nostril and breathe through the left. And we're going to do that for a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And do it one more time for a count of 5. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we will see you next week. Take care and be well. For Dr. Tranquility Talks Conscious Food, and relationships.
Heard they wanna start the party. Well, tell them we gon' party. Few shots got a horny. The way that she move got me on it. They ain't stopping no party. She rockin' that body. They ain't stopping no party. Shot, we gon' double shot it. Cool.